Good morning, students. In the previous class, we were solving exercise 3.2. In that, we have solved 4 of the examples, isn't it? So, today we shall continue to solve the remaining examples. Okay. Sorry, 3.1 exercise. Okay, now the 4th question. No, we have completed the 4th question. Now, the 5th question. The number of hours for which students of a particular class watched television during holidays is shown through the given graph. Now they have given a graph and you have to draw it first of all. Okay, now let us draw the figure. This is number of students, it is number of students. Okay, now here it is. This is hours of TV watched, TV watched per day. Okay, now the first one is, and by looking at this figure you can say which type of graph it is. Now this is histogram, isn't it? This is histogram. Okay, now this is the figure they have given it is. Okay, this is the graph. Now the questions. Fifth question. The number of hours for which the students of a particular class watch television during holidays is shown through the given graph. Answer the following questions. First one. For how many hours? For how many hours? This is the first question. For how many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? So this is number of students. This is hours of TV watched. The question is, for how many hours? For how many hours? Hours. How many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? इसका मतलब क्या है? सबसे ज्यादा टीवी कितने बच्चे ने देखा? ಎಷ್ಟು ಹುಡುಗರು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಟಿವಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು? ಎಷ್ಟು ಹುಡುಗರು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಟಿವಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು? So by looking at this, you can say how many? 32. Any 32 students watched TV. Okay, what is now? For how many hours? So 32 hours. 32 students. For how many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? For how many hours did the maximum number of, for how many hours? This is number of students, this is number of TV. So 4 to 5 hours. So the answer is, for how many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? 4 to 5 hours. 4 to 5 hours maximum number of student watched TV. So 32 students watched how many hours? So 4, this is hours, 1 to 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours. This is 4 to 5 hours. This is class interval. These are class intervals. So 4 to 5 hours maximum number of students watched TV. The first answer is. Okay. Now what is the second question? How many students watch TV for less than 4 hours? Less than 4 hours. Okay, now how many students watched? How many students? Now this question is here. Here for initial question is hours. Now the question is for students. How many students watched TV for less than 4 hours? For less than 4 hours. Less than 4 hours. So less than 4 hours means this, from here to here. 22 plus 6 is how much? For this is 8. 30 plus 4. So 22 plus 8 plus 4. So less than 4 hours. Second question is, how many students watched TV less than 4 hours? Means how many students watched TV less than 4 hours? So that is 22 plus 8, 30, 30 plus 4, 34. So 34 students watched TV for less than 4 hours. Okay. Now what is the third question? How many students spent more than 5 hours in watching TV? How many students? Same type of question. Now, how many students spent more than 5 hours? More than 5 hours. From here to here it is. From here to here. So 8 plus 6. How much it is? 14. Means how many students spent more than 5 hours in watching TV? So 14 students. 14 students spent more than 5 hours in watching TV. So now my question is to you. So how many hours you spent, or how many hours do you spend regularly to watch TV? Just think about yourself and make a note of it. Okay. Now this is all about exercise 3.1. Exercise 3.1. Okay, now we'll proceed to the next thing. Today I will send you some of the questions for your you have to draw the graphs, and if the questions are there, you have to answer the questions based on the graph. Now today we shall start a new thing, that is pie chart. Pie chart. So what do we mean by pie chart? it is also one of the method to represent the data. It is also one of the method to represent the data. So now why it is called pi? See, any data, any type of it is this this graph means this representation of the data in the form of graph. It is done through a circle. It is done through circle. We are using circle to represent the data. So this thing means the data which is represented in the form of circular means circular or circle. Pie chart definition: if the data is represented, if the data is represented in the form of circle, is known as pie chart. Is known as pie chart. The representation of the data in the form of circle. Representation of the data in the form of circle is known as pie chart. Okay. Now we know in a circle, how many degrees are there? 360 degrees, isn't it? So it means, so whatever data we have got, we have to convert that data in the form of degrees. Means whatever data we have got, we have to convert that data in the form of degrees. Then we can easily represent that data in the form of pie chart. Now let us solve one of the example. Okay. Okay. Let us do one of the example. Okay, the first question. Write down the question. Okay. The data on the mode of transport used by 720 students are given below. Question: the data on the mode of transport used by 720 students are given below. Okay, now how it is given? First, mode of transport. Mode of TPT, just I will write in a short form. Number of students. Okay. Now, first bus. Second one cycle. Third one train. Fourth one car. Next scooter. So by bus 120 students travel. Cycles 180 students. Train 240. Car 80. And scooter 100. This is what they have given. The data on the mode of transport used by 720 students. So this becomes 720 total. So it is all they have already given, but it is 720 students. So the number of students is 720 now. Now, so I told you we have to convert this into degrees, the number of students into degrees. Okay, now how to do it? Okay, now. So now there is a formula. There is a formula that is, first of all, you might be remembering how to convert the you might have remember, if anything is distributed in the form of 4:5, if two angles are in the form of 4:5, if two angles are distributed in the form of 4:5, then if you wanted to find, if you find the each angle, what you have to do? First, what you have to do? We have to 4 plus, you have to add both things, that is 9. Okay. Now, first of all, what you have to do? 4 divided by 9 into. So, in how many angles you wanted to divide that, those two angles? If it is, example, 180 it is. If it is 180, so 9 2s are 18, 22s are 80. If you want to find the other angle, you have to take 5 divided by same thing, total, into 180. 9 20s are 25s are 100. Now both the angles are, one angle is, this is 80, another angle is 100. Means 4:5. 4:5. If you want to convert 4:5 into separate angles, then what you have to do? You have to do the same thing. In the same way, here also, if you want to convert, so we all know that we have to convert these into, we have to represent this in the form of circle. Means in a circle, how many angles are there? Total angle, that is 360. That is 360. It means 120 degree, 120. Okay. Our total is how much? 720 into, in how many angles we have to, sorry, total angle of the circle is how much? That is 360. So 360 it is. 361 the 362 the 2 1 the 2 60 the, now this is 60. In the same way, 180 divided by 720 into 360, same thing it is. 1 the 2 the 290 the, same way 240 divided by 720 into 360. 1 the 2 the 2 1 the 2 12 the 120. Next one is 80. 80 divided by 720 into 360. 1 the 2 the 2 the 40 the. Now the same thing, 100 divided by 720 into 360. 1 the 2 the 2 the 50 the. Okay, now all the number of students is converted into degrees. Now you could see they have converted into degrees now. This conversion, this is called central angle. This is called central angle. I will tell you the formula, but remember how to do it. The same process. In what form you have to convert the given data? What form? If it is a circle, then you have to multiply by 360. If you have to convert into 180 degree, then you have to multiply 180. If you have to convert those angles in the form of quadrilateral, that is 360, then you have to again 360, you have to multiply 360. If it is pentagon, then you have to multiply by 540. In the same way, means in which form of the figure you want to convert the given data, that is all thing we require. Now we got now degrees here. Now first of all, what you have to do? Make a circle. of any of any radius of any radius of any, it may be, take minimum 5. Okay, now this is the center of the circle. Take any of the, there is no fixed radius that you have to take minimum 5 centimeter, minimum 5 centimeter. Generally use minimum 5 centimeter, or you can use anything. Huh? Okay, or you can use even a bangle of your mother. Okay, that is also good, but it's better always use protector. Okay, now this is a circle. Now you have to represent these angles in it. So how to do it? First of all, now this is a circle, this is the center of circle. First, what to do, just draw a radius. Just draw a radius now. Now this is a radius now. First thing, you can draw here, you can draw here, you can draw here, anywhere you can draw it. But just I have drawn here it is. Okay now. First, now after that, what is the angle here? 60 degree. First of all, you have to draw it 60 degrees. You have to draw 60 degrees. You know how to keep the protractor. Now this is your protractor. This is 90 degree here. Here it is 60 degrees. Okay. Now just put it here, point, and just draw one line here. Now this is 60 degree. Okay, what is that? This is bus. You have to write here bus. Okay, now next, how much degree it is? 90 degree. From now, this is baseline. Now this is baseline now here. Now you have to keep your protector like this here. Okay, now 90 degrees. Where it is? So almost here it is. Almost here it is. So just draw a line here. (90 degree) it is. What is this? This is cycle. Okay now. Third, now how much degrees? 120 degrees. Again you have to keep the 120 will be here it is. Almost. Okay. What is this? This is strain. Now next one is how much? 40 degrees. Now this is the baseline. Okay, now 40 degrees, how many, where it is? Almost here it is. Or here it is. Just draw a line here. What is this? This is car. And what is the last one? Scooter. There is no need to draw it. It is already there. What is this? Next one is scooter. This is how the pie chart is drawn. Now you can put some drawing to it. You can even color it. Okay. You can color it here. Okay. You can color like anything. This is how the thing is done. This is what we say there is a pie chart. how to represent given data in the form of pie chart. Means whatever data is given, the data is represented in the form of circle, and that circle is distributed among the degrees. Okay. Now I think you understood how to do it. Okay. Okay, we'll do the next example now. Let us solve another example so that you can understand the question easily. Okay. Take another example. Okay. There are 216 workers in a factory as per the list given. There are 216 workers in a factory. As per list below. Okay. Now the first one is cadre and number of workers. Next one is central angle. Okay, cadre means in a factory there many type of peoples are there. You might have visited. The first one is laborer. How many are there? 75 are there. Next one is mechanic. How many are there? 60 are there. Next one is fitter. How many are there? 36 are there. Next, supervisor. How many are there? 27 are there. Then clerks. How many are there? 18 are there. Now, this is the data they have given. Now, you have to convert these in the form of what? Angles. Now, total. What is the total here? Total is 216. It is given. Okay now? Now, the first one, how to convert we know. First you write whatever the first thing, that is 75 divided by how much? 216 into 360. Now you have to convert, you have to divide. So if you divide it, you will get 125 degree. You can divide yourself. Okay. For example, 6 3s are 18, 3 remaining 36, 6 6 are 6 6 are. Okay now? 6 6 are 6 10s are. Okay. Now 2 3s are 2 5s are. 3 1s are 3 2s are 2 5s are. 25 5s are 125. Like that. Okay. You can easily do it. Okay. Next one is 60 degrees. 60 divided by again 216 into 360. So how much it will become? If you convert it, you will get 100 degree. Next one, that is 36 divided by 216 divided by 360. How much you get? You get 60 degrees. Next one, 27 divided by 216 into 360. How much you get? You get 45 degree. Last one, that is 18 divided by 260 into 360. How much you get? 30 degree. This is how we have converted the given data in the form of angles, degrees. Okay. Now you know how to do it again. Again, what you have to do? Draw a circle. Take a midpoint of it. Now you can draw here also one line. Okay. Anywhere you can draw a line. Now the first one is 125 degree. Now keep your protector like this. Cone mapak. I think you remember. How much is 125 degrees? Here it is almost 90. This is 125. Here it is. So you can draw a line, the line here and join it here. So what is this? This is laborer. This is laborer. Next one is what? 100 degrees. So again you have to keep your cone mapak like here. This will be 90 degree, 100 will be here almost. So just draw a line here. So what is this? This is mechanic. By looking at the figure, you can easily assume, okay, who in the factory, how many type of workers are there and how they are, and who is more important and who is less important. Now next one is 36. So again, what you have to do? You have to keep your like this. 36 will be almost here. Now draw here. You need to remember how to feature. Okay, now next one is 60 degree. Okay, so almost here it is 60 degree. What is that? Supervisor. Next one is clerk. So for that, so we have make it a little bit big. Supervisor. Next one is 30. What is that? Clerk. So this is how pie chart is represented. Pie chart is represented for the given data. Okay. So what is pie chart? A representation of a data in the form of circle. Representation of data in the form of circle is known as what? Pie chart. And we all know a circle represents 360 degrees. Circle represents 360 degrees. It means what we are converting the given data in the form of, that is in the form of 360. We are distributing the given data in the form of 360 degrees. That is into degrees. And once we get the given data in the form of degrees, then we can easily represent that the degrees in the circle. This is how the pie chart is represented, and it is the best way to represent any given data. Okay, and let us solve some more examples in the next class, and you will definitely understand how to convert the given data in the form of degrees. Okay, thank you.